Hey, Nanba. Mind if I join you?
Be my guest. Nobody likes drinking alone. Oh, thing is, Kiryu-san, didn't we talk about this?
I'm sorry you have to look after me.
That's what it is. Once a nurse, you know. Besides, if it's any better, Ichiban made me promise to look after you too.
Understood. I can stay dry. Tonight, oolong tea only.
That sounds pretty good, actually. Bartender!
So what was it I heard about you all losing your jobs?
That's right, huh? Me, Ichiban, and Adachi-san, we all got the axe. Did you know I was homeless for a period of time? Once you hit a certain age, the job market dries up. Somehow I got this gig even with my employment gap. And then, poof, it was gone.
What kind of job was it?
Quality inspector, a warehouse for medical equipment.
Medicine drew you back in after all.
I don't know. Hard to consider that medicine. There were a couple of other stints, but it was all-day labor or temp work. The inspection job came with a 2-year contract, and my coworkers were decent folks. They actually treated me with a bit of respect for being an old guy.
You're someone people can rely on. I'm sure they recognize that. A former nurse with the life you've had? That contributes to your character.
Ugh, knock it off, Kiryu-san. I want a drinking buddy, not some daily affirmation.
Well, I can sympathize with how hard it is to find a job at our age. Losing it on top of everything else is a real shame.
The thing is, if you don't mind me saying, it wasn't just the young guys. There was this girl there.
Look at you. You're about to blush.
Nothing. You can't blame a man for that, right? She was a little bit careless. She'd make tiny errors here and there. Whenever I'd catch one for her, she'd say, "Nanba-san, what would I do without you?"
Must have been a pleasant working environment.
Hey, I wasn't after anything, okay?
I understand. You don't seem like that type.
Sheesh. Listen to me, the point is, it might have been a simple job, but it was enough for me. I did good work and I had good colleagues. That's all a guy really needs, isn't it? Especially a homeless guy. For a fresh start, you couldn't ask for better. And then, they just pulled me aside and said my contract's up. Don't come back tomorrow.
Did they give you a reason?
Couldn't be asked to. If they don't extend your deal, that's the long and short of it.
That's hardly fair.
Yep. So, I went back home, and Ichiban was suddenly all over the internet. Guess I'd made no secret of the fact that I was friends with the hero of Yokohama. Higher-ups must have thought, gotta sweep me under the rug before this shitstorm hits.
Kasuga got targeted and you took a stray one.
Of course, I don't hold it against him or anything. Ichiban, Adachi-san, we were all set up. As far as I'm concerned, the three of us will always be in this together.
Remember, it's just you and me here. If you'd like to vent, it's fine.
I appreciate that, but it's not like I'm holding a grudge. Gotta say, you're not afraid to get up close and personal, are you?
Drinking with a friend is a blessing. It'd be a waste to treat it frivolously.
I like that. Even if it is just oolong tea, anyway.
All this talk about you trying to get things back on track. I'm sorry you're saddled with me.
Come on, you know it's not like that. Ichiban only asked me to see you home from Hawaii. It's my decision to stick around and have your back. So no more worrying that you're a burden. I'm the one who's embarrassed here.
If you say so. I'm grateful.
So, how about we finish off with a toast to knocking back tea?
I'll sip to that. Hey,
Hi there, Kiryu-san.
mind a bit of company again?
Happily, but, you know...
No alcohol, right? Understood. Oolong here isn't bad. You looked lost in thought a moment ago.
Maybe. More crap with no easy fix.
No simple answers? Well, I'm all ears.
You sure? I mean, I don't want to weigh you down.
Nonsense. We're friends.
Imagine that. Kazuma Kiryu himself is a friend of mine. Alright. Sorry in advance if I end up rambling.
Out with it. What's eating you?
I guess I was thinking... No, remembering's more like it. My last job, my colleagues there had a send-off for me.
Ah, that was that job inspecting medical equipment?
Hey, you remembered. Yeah, that's the one. A whole bunch of them got together, but the mood was dead. Everyone was afraid they'd be next.
Times are tough out there.
Yep. Oh, hey, remember that girl I mentioned? The clumsy one?
Of course. You seem to like talking about her.
Ah, jeez. I wanted to show you we took a picture together that day. There she is. That's her. Miyabi-chan, making the peace sign. You know, she cried when I left.
Sounds like a sweet girl.
At which point, she wiped the tears away and made sure to tell me we were strictly just friends.
Sweet, but not naive.
She started out as a secretary. I swear, she could get any man she wanted.
Must have been a good environment. Looks that way in the picture.
Yeah. They all said they had no idea why the company was letting me go. They didn't know Ichiban's little PR emergency had anything to do with someone like me. So I kept my mouth shut and stayed quiet. It was sad, but at least they paid for my drinks.
Okay, so why is it you're thinking back on that day now?
Truth is, I should be out looking for a new job. I can't bring myself to, though. Ichiban and Adachi-san, meanwhile, have had to sacrifice way more than I have in all this. When they've got it worse, it's embarrassing to feel so disheartened. That makes sense?
You lost something important. It's alright to be upset. A lot of people never even find one good job with a cute, clumsy girl.
Ugh, why did I tell you about her at all?
Only kidding. Still, it was nice to hear some energy out of you just now.
Damn it. You got me there. Anyway, Ichiban and you have really earned my gratitude.
Why do you say that?
Well, I was unemployed, with no prospects out there. I think I finally realized that the world goes on just the same, with or without me. And then, when I needed it, Ichiban came calling to me for help. Not only that, I even got to lend my assistance to you, Kiryu-san. Being useful, to me, it feels like salvation.
I get it. In that case, I won't be shy if I ever need anything from here on.
Good. I'm here for you.
Hey, there you are.
Hey, waiting for you, Kiryu-san. Would you mind hanging out a while?
Something happened?
You remember that girl, Miyabi-chan, from my job? The clumsy one?
Sure, the one who cried at your farewell party. What about her?
Well, out of nowhere, I got a call from her not long ago. She wanted to tell me that the company finally explained to them why I was let go.
After all this time, huh? What'd they tell everyone?
Well, that's the thing. Apparently, they claimed it was due to past misconduct.
Meaning what exactly?
They told them, back when I was a nurse, I stole and distributed drugs from the hospital.
Dealing drugs? No. I don't think you're the type to do that.
Huh? You really believe in me just like that, Kiryu-san?
I know you well enough.
Anyway. Fortunately, I made peace a while back with how that whole incident went down. And I disclosed it back when I first applied for the inspection job. So, they accepted it for 2 years, and suddenly decided to fire me for it. By their logic, that is.
That's pretty strange.
Yeah, it made sense at first, firing me after Ichiban became a liability. As far as they're concerned, a guy like me is not worth any risk to the company. So why didn't they just tell everyone the truth?
It doesn't seem to make sense. I wonder, could it be there was another reason they let you go?
Huh? Another reason?
That Kasuga video might have been popular, but it's flimsy grounds to cost you your job. You were only an inspector. It's not like you represented them to clients.
Yeah, you're right. If you fired all the friends of anyone who's ever been roasted online, the world would run out of workers. Maybe there really was something else.
Is there anything that comes to mind?
No. But I certainly can't leave it at this now. And maybe it's pointless considering that job's all in the past.
It's not pointless. This is about how well you can sleep going forward.
Yes, that's right, damn it. Things as they are, I won't be able to rest.
So then, what's your plan?
I'll have to think about it. Thanks, though, Kiryu-san. You've got your own problems.
It's fine. We have to look out for each other.
That's a decent way of seeing the world. You won't mind if I ask your advice again? When Ichiban's away, I swear, I'm a total wreck.
The least I can do is lend you an ear.
That's all I need. It's always good to have someone who'll listen.
Hey, Nanba. This seat taken?
Hey, it's all yours.
Fill me in. Any new developments?
Thanks for remembering. As it happens, that girl, Miyabi-chan, asked me out to drinks to talk.
My goodness. Blessings to the happy couple.
Unfortunately, I'll have to disappoint you there.
Ah, I suppose it was about your firing then?
So it turns out, she called because the company's explanation for firing me jogged her memory.
Oh?
Originally, she was secretary to an executive there. Then the company transferred her to inspections, despite her having no training there. Explains a lot, actually. Why she seemed so mistake-prone, that is. Maybe she wasn't just clumsy like we thought.
You were the same. The company treated you both like objects.
Yep. What's more, now it gets interesting. Her transfer and my firing were done by the same person.
So there's a mastermind at work.
That's an extravagant way of putting it, but yes. Turns out, he's the one she was secretary to. Take a look at this here. He's on the homepage of the company. He's such a big shot. Guy's also a serial sexual harasser. He was pressuring Miyabi-chan to become his mistress. But she wouldn't do it, and she reported his behavior to human resources.
That was courageous of her.
Yeah, she did everything right. Unsurprisingly, asshole gets a slap on the wrist. Company docks his pay for a few months. At which point, he starts getting spiteful.
How do you mean?
Soon, Miyabi-chan loses her secretary position and gets transferred to inspections. They tell her it's just routine human resources allocation. It's simply best for business. So she ended up in the same warehouse as me. All because this guy couldn't take rejection.
And if she complained about any of it, the company could claim it had sided with her already, right?
Yep. The harasser doesn't even quit after that. He'd stop by every so often just to peek at her. Until one day, when he caught her talking to me, saw her smiling. He flips out, gets jealous over it. Next thing you know, I've been shit-canned. That's it. Not the video or my past misconduct. Like you said, Kiryu-san, there had to be another reason.
Some of these private companies are no better than Yakuza, I've found. What's the situation now, then? Have things gotten any worse since you were fired?
They have. Apparently he started stalking Miyabi-chan now, completely unabashedly.
So, no one's gonna stop him.
Pretty much the case.
Well, what are you gonna do about it?
Kiryu-san, what do you think? I'm lost. I need some advice here.
Simple. Next time, ask Miyabi out on a date.
What the hell kind of advice is that?
She asked you out, didn't she? Therefore, the ball's in your court now.
Oh, I thought I explained to you. She didn't ask me out for any romantic reason.
Alright. Only kidding.
Oh, gee, man. I just can't tell with you sometimes. Okay then. Kiryu-san, thanks for this. You've helped me sort a few things out.
Really? If that's so, I'm happy for you.
You're damn fine company to drink with. I appreciate you hearing me out.
Say, why don't we toast with a real drink?
You almost had me there.
Hey, Nanba.
Kiryu-san. Shit. I don't know what to do.
Honestly, I've had worse reactions to my face.
Okay, remember everything going on? Yeah, the guy stalking Miyabi-chan in my old workplace, the bigwig?
Sure. What about him?
He's here in Ijinsho, out drinking with some henchmen apparently. Just now, Miyabi-chan called me to let me know. She warned me not to run into him. The thing is, this son of a bitch cost me my job. And he keeps antagonizing Miyabi-chan.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking maybe this is my chance to finally say something to him.
That's all you want to do? You seem like you're ready for a brawl.
Guess we'll just have to wait and see. It's just... Kiryu-san, when I saw your face, I knew I couldn't put this off any longer.
Hey, don't make my face your excuse here.
Yeah, I know. It's my decision to go out there. There's too much I need to get off my chest. No turning back this time.
How much have you had? You seem a little tipsy.
Okay. Let's make some magic, Kiryu-san. Follow me into battle.
Wait, this isn't like you, Nanba.
He's supposed to be somewhere right around here. Hey, Kiryu-san. Eyes open for that guy's harasser-ass face.
You need to take it easy.
Is that good old Nanba standing in my way?
Oh, now that's a lucky break. Finally found you, you dirty swine.
What now? Little grunt. Who the hell do you think you're talking to? You should be bowing.
Why should I bow to you? It's not like I'm your employee anymore, right? I've been laid the hell off. So right now, we're just two grown men. And you're the one in my way.
Oh, yeah. You did get fired. Hey, you guys know about him? Good old Nanba here got busted for stealing meds as a nurse.
That's an old story, and not like it sounds. But you're still the creep who harasses his secretaries. You're the one who had me fired, weren't you? Miyabi-chan and I were friends, and you couldn't stand to see it, right?
Yeah? So what? That it? Is that why you're so upset with me? Losing your 9 to 5?
It's not just that. Miyabi-chan lost her first job as a secretary because of you.
Guilty as charged. Oh, are you here to avenge her? Well, throw down, little man! Come get some!
The hell'd you say?
Don't let him make you throw the first punch. He'll just use that as an excuse to gang up on you.
Your big old buddy here's pretty sharp, but you don't need his advice, do you, Nanba? Prove you're a man and take a shot at me.
That's so. So, you admit it was you then?
What?
You fired me on your own. It wasn't a company decision. That means... It means Ichiban was never the reason. He's 100% innocent. He's blame-free.
Huh? What are you rambling about?
We did it, Kiryu-san. Ichiban wasn't at fault, just like I figured.
Nanba, don't tell me.
Somebody explain what he's saying to me. Fuck that, actually. Talking is bullshit. I'm a man of action.
Yeah, okay,
Not a loser.
Here we go.
It's over. Wait a second! Hold on, please! What's gonna happen to me?
Hey, Mr. Grab-ass, sir. You leave Miyabi-chan alone, starting right now. All you do to her is give her a secretary job again. Obviously, not working underneath you, that is. You assign her to the most decent boss you have down there.
But I...
Oh, is that not doable for some reason? Maybe my friends and I should come find you again? And again?
No, you got it. She's back to secretary work. Just please, don't hit me anymore.
Huh. That'll do. You should be honored, you know. This guy's fists are famous.
Ah, sheesh. Let's get out of here, all right? Crowd's gathering.
Forgive me, Kiryu-san. It was all the adrenaline rush.
Don't worry about it. Kasuga's lucky to have a friend like you.
Huh?
I never realized. This whole time you weren't bitter about losing your job. You were worried that Kasuga might feel like he's to blame.
Yep. Ichiban's carrying so much guilt on his shoulders, thinking he got me fired. I had to be able to assure him that it was never his fault. All this time, Ichiban's been suffering needlessly, feeling like he owes me. I just wanted to relieve him of that burden.
But even if it had been because of the online thing, you never held it against him, did you?
Of course not. How could I have? He didn't do anything wrong.
I see.
One thing, though.
Hmm?
I've been biting my tongue for weeks now, and it's been pretty exhausting. Because I really did love that job, you know? So after they fired me, I had to make sure not to mope about it near Ichiban, in case he took it to heart. And now, I'm so glad. I'm glad because Ichiban is just unhateable. I could never be mad at him. Not for any reason.
Nanba.
I'm sorry. I'm just feeling relieved.
Nanba, for tonight only, what do you say we have a real drink?
You're devious, Kiryu-san. If we're gonna do this, I insist we go top shelf. Bartender, give me your #1 best and most affordable offering. You know, Kiryu-san, it's only been a short while, but I gotta tell you, it feels like we've been rolling together a long time.
That just means we've been busy.
Yeah, I'll say. Truth be told, I thought you were a loose cannon at first. Now, though, I see it's all selfless. You've a strength and charm like no other. Anytime you want to have a drink, I'm there. As long as you're feeling okay. Even if it's just oolong tea. Thanks for thinking of me, Kiryu-san.
Yeah, right back at you, Nanba. I'm looking forward to the next one.
Hey there, Kiryu-san. Are you here for a drink? You, sure that'll be okay?
No need to worry about me.
Oh, please. But since you're already here, there just so happens to be a seat right next to me.
Great. I'll take you up on that. So, Saeko, you're a mama over at a cabaret club?
I'm not just a mama. I'm the owner of the whole joint. After the previous owner passed away, one thing led to another, and I ended up taking over. The younger girls are usually the ones serving the customers, but sometimes I lend them a hand too.
Guess I should be paying you for this conversation then.
Mm-hmm. Cough it up, mister. But I guess you did help us out before, Kiryu-san, so let's just call it even. I won't be taking any money from you. Oh, whoops. I should be calling you Suzuki-san instead, right?
It'd make me happy if you could call me by my real name around our friends. There aren't any enemies here anyway.
Sounds good. That's easier for me too. Well, I can't speak for the rest of our motley crew, but I'll just call you Kiryu-san. You know, you give off this air of sophistication, even when you're sipping a drink. You look like such a gentleman.
Same goes to you. You look like the very picture of elegance, sitting here, drinking alone.
Oh, yeah? Maybe working at the club has actually sucked the youth out of me.
I'm sure that it takes more than youth and vigor alone to become a successful business owner.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe that's why the men who come on to me are starting to change up their pickup lines.
Really now? How so?
Well, they don't stop at dating. And by that, I mean they start hinting at marriage. Or, you know, things like that.
Those are some intense customers.
They're not like that at all around the younger girls. But I seem to attract a lot of customers like that. The type of guy who's looking to get hitched. Guess that means I'm at the right age for that. People are starting to look at me that way now. At least that's the sort of vibe I get. Actually, get this. One of the guys hitting on me is pretty rich, and he has a lot going for him.
Sounds like you don't mind that at all.
I wouldn't say that. Honestly, I'm not looking to get married. I'm plenty satisfied with how my life is right now. On the other hand, there's my twin sister. I keep thinking she needs to tie the knot with her boyfriend and settle down already. I mean, she's at the perfect age to get married. If she doesn't hurry, she'll let the chance slip by.
Something's not adding up here. If she's your twin, wouldn't that make her the same age as you?
I know. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. I'm aware I've just been making excuses, trying to justify myself.
As long as you know, I won't comment.
By the way, did Ichiban say anything about me when you guys were in Hawaii?
Let me think. But why do you ask? Are you worried about him?
Well, not exactly. I just haven't talked to him in a while. He did something that pissed me off.
And how long is a while?
Nah, just leave it. All that matters is that he's doing okay. Besides, this is Ichiban we're talking about. No matter where he goes, I can't imagine him being anything but his stubborn, cheerful self. Kiryu-san? What's up? Why'd you get all quiet?
You've got something to say to Kasuga. I'll hear you out. I don't mind playing the messenger.
Something I want to say to him? I can't really think of anything, though. But thank you for that.
It doesn't have to be right now. Offer's valid whenever you want. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Yeah, of course.
What can I say to that? You know, if I keep spending more time with you, Kasuga might get upset.
Oh, no. We're not like that at all. The two of us are just friends.
Sure. Well, let's drink again sometime when we get the chance. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all. I'd love to, in fact. Just make sure your health doesn't get any worse, Kiryu-san.
You got it. I look forward to doing this again.
Yeah, same here. It's been fun.
Hey, Saeko. Mind if I join you for a drink?
Yeah, go ahead. I've been saving this seat just for you, Kiryu-san. Gotta keep an eye on the sickly, you know. Make sure he's not drinking too much.
That's so. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
Actually, there's something I wanted to ask you. When you're hitting on a woman, are you the attentive type? The kind of man who takes care of all of her needs?
I'd say so, yeah. But not to the point where I'd embarrass myself.
Have you ever given someone a bouquet?
That's not my style. I've never done that myself, but I think it's actually pretty bold.
Okay, but if a guy gave you enough roses to nearly fill your room every single day, that'd be crazy, right? And crazy expensive to boot.
Guys like that only exist in soap operas. I've never heard of anyone.
Huh, that's surprising. I figured that was pretty normal during the bubble era.
Hosts may have done that sort of thing for their clients, but that's all staged. Again, like a soap opera. So what's with the rose talk? Did some guy actually try to woo you with a bouquet or two?
You're pretty sharp, Kiryu-san. That is spot on.
He must be quite the character then. Alright, I'm listening. So what kind of guy is he?
He's the CEO of some consulting firm that just started up here in Ijincho. He's young, only like a year older than me. After his first visit to the club, he asked me on a date, and I figured it wouldn't hurt to say yes. And ever since then, he's been sending me a ton of roses every day. To my club and to my home. It doesn't really bother me, and I just feel bad if I told him off for it.
You shouldn't, though. Was this pretty recent?
Yeah, like, since last month?
The guy seems head over heels for you. Those flowers can't be cheap either.
And on top of that, he even slips in stuff like marriage and our future whenever we're having a conversation.
So this CEO guy is the same customer who was pressing you about getting hitched.
Yep. I mean, honestly, he was a great guy on our date, and he does seem to know how to treat a woman. He's attentive, and he never runs out of things to talk about. And he's funny, too. Some girls might even call him perfect.
Seems like you don't think too badly of Mr. CEO either.
Huh. Does it come off that way? Oh, yeah. That reminds me.
What's up?
I heard Ichiban is doing just fine over there. He's hanging around with that one girl, right? Chitose-chan?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
So, what's she like?
Well, she's the kind of girl who won't be fazed by a ton of roses. At the very least, money won't do much to impress her.
She's a rich girl, right? I hear she's the daughter of the Fujinomiya family. For someone like her, Ichiban probably seems like a breath of fresh air.
Probably. But she is a great girl.
Chitose-chan more or less stripped Ichiban of everything he owned and threw him out, right? Wasn't he being way too careless?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, he went all the way to Hawaii to meet his mom. He should have kept his head on straight.
But Kasuga wasn't seduced by her. He only got his drink spiked. On top of that, she told him she was Akane-san's housekeeper. I don't think he had much reason to suspect her. Yeah, he let his guard down, but I wouldn't blame him.
Uh-huh. So you're taking Ichiban's side, Kiryu-san? That man never changes. I'm not sure if it's because he's gullible or what.
It's hard to leave him alone, isn't it?
Incredibly. I know from personal experience.
He bears his heart to anyone, so I'm positive he doesn't look at Chitose in the way you think he does. Does that make you feel any better?
What? Look, if Ichiban's getting friendly with a cute girl over in Hawaii, I'm happy for him. Really.
Uh-huh, sure. I'll drop the subject then.
And what are you chuckling at? What's so funny, huh? That does it. I'm gonna drink all night long. I don't know if it's just your age talking or what, but that calm attitude of yours just pissed me off. Heck, how would you like it if I stripped you down today, Kiryu-san?
Careful. I'm a sick man, remember? Have mercy on me.
Hey, what are you smirking about?
Hey, Saeko. Did you just get here?
Yeah, but something's been bugging me. Can't even get a nice buzz.
You alright? What's bugging you?
It's that whole dating thing we talked about last time. You know, with that consulting firm CEO.
Right, him. Still going on about marriage, I take it.
That he is.
Guess there's no time to rest for the popular.
I don't think he drops by the club for fun, either. He's just there, hitting on me the whole time. He doesn't even glance at the younger girls. Sure, he looks like a womanizer, but at least he's got money. His business seems to be doing well, too. I just don't get why he's so focused on me.
You think he's got an ulterior motive?
I've got some money saved up, just like anyone else, but this guy's definitely better off than me. So if it's not about the money, then that means he fell for my beauty, charm, and intellect. Naturally.
Naturally. Knowing all that, I can say this with full confidence. That man is just crazy for you.
Well, even so, I'm not really thinking about marriage. My club might be on the small side, but I like being able to run things my way. I've even told him myself that I'm not planning to get married. But he's pressing so hard. It makes me wonder if he's after something, you know? Is it safe to assume that he's probably got some kind of hidden motive? 'Cause it is a little creepy.
Hey, whatever happens, I'll protect you. Doesn't matter what he's got in mind. He's not harming a single hair on your head. Not with me there.
No way. You don't have to do all that for me, Kiryu-san.
Yeah? I can't help it, though. I'm always ready to defend my friends.
Well, I appreciate the thought, at least. But honestly, it is possible that he just likes me. Go easy on the poor guy. This guy is... well... I told you that he founded a consulting firm, right? But he's also the son of a CEO of another large company. Judging by his background alone, you could say he's set for life. But even though he's wealthy, he tries not to rely on his parents. Seems like he really struggled on his own for a while.
You know, it's starting to sound like you admire the guy.
It's easy to figure out who's struggled in life once you get a conversation rolling. In that respect, he's not just another rich kid. He can be serious, but he can also let loose and have fun. I think people like him are pretty reliable. Ugh, I've had enough rose bouquets for a lifetime, though.
Now, this is just something my imagination cooked up. But I can see Kasuga doing his own thing with roses, too.
Yeah. That's not gonna get him anywhere, though, because he doesn't understand what really matters.
Well, at least with him, you wouldn't have to worry about a hidden motive. He'd make it too obvious. He's not such a bad guy.
Okay. You know, Kiryu-san, sounds to me like you're trying to talk him up. Let me guess. You heard something, didn't you? Like, oh, I don't know, how Ichiban asked me out on a date?
Yeah, I know the gist of it since I was with him in Hawaii the whole time.
Right. Figures you'd hear something.
Sounds like something happened on your date?
Yeah, sure was something. He proposed to me on our first date of all things.
No kidding. That's a very Kasuga thing to do. But I assume it didn't go well, considering you're not on speaking terms.
It did not, no. Ichiban just kept going on and on about what he wanted us to be when we got married. Obviously shows how much he's thought about it. Yeah, I know he can be a bit awkward when it comes to this kind of stuff. But honestly speaking, that's not exactly what I wanted to hear.
But you weren't against the proposal?
Well, we've known each other for a long time. I guess Ichiban figured his feelings wouldn't change. Not then and not in the future.
So I take it you didn't completely hate the idea.
Well, truth be told, it got my heart fluttering. I'm pretty sure that I was feeling just as nervous as Ichiban was that day.
No kidding. Right now, I'm the one getting all worked up listening to this.
Yeah, I know, right? Enough of that. Seriously, how do we always end up talking about Ichiban when we're drinking together?
Yeah, I guess we do.
Let's talk about your love life for a change, Kiryu-san. Anything new with you?
I've been a sick, lonely man for a good while now, but I had my fair share of romance in the past.
Oh yeah? I'm listening.
Well, a long time ago. Soon after I was placed in foster care, she arrived. The moment I laid eyes on her, I felt something special between us. In the past, I was innocent, eager. But then... It'll take me more than a day or two to get through this story. That and, I'm starting to doze off.
What? Seriously? That is so not fair.
I'll make time to tell you the whole story, once I'm in better shape.
Uh-huh, sure. And when will that be? I'm gonna have you schedule that for a later date then.
Don't ask for the impossible. Once you get to my age, you never know when you'll be in good shape again.
Don't give me such a half-assed excuse then.
Complain all you want. I'm not budging.
Okay, got it. Don't worry about that. Just let me know straight away from now on. Yeah, thanks.
What's up? Is there a problem?
Yeah, something came up at the club. I don't want to bore you with the details, Kiryu-san.
I can't ignore my friends when they're in trouble. If you've got a problem, There is no way I'm turning a blind eye to it.
Really? Wow. Kinda happy to hear that. It's just a minor issue, honestly, but those do tend to pair perfectly with some drinks.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Sadly, no. I don't think so.
So, a problem at the club, was it? That usually means sales aren't up to snuff, or the staff got headhunted.
Or sometimes you'll have the Yakuza harassing you, trying to make you cough up protection money.
I hear the Kiryu clan hasn't been going around doing that lately.
Really now? Good to hear. But yeah, one of our business rivals is headhunting our girls. Of course, that's not illegal here in Ijincho. Since the economy's down, everyone's desperate to survive.
How many girls did they poach from you?
So far, just the one, but it looks like they approached 4 or 5 other girls.
That's no minor issue.
If they all get headhunted, we're done for. I taught these girls everything they know. We won't be able to keep the club running without them. But that's not the worst of it. People are saying I'm trying to close up shop, which only makes it easier to drive these girls away from us.
Wait, they're saying what now?
Rumor has it that I'm totally on board with marrying that consulting firm CEO. It's true he hasn't been subtle about it, so other people assume I'm happy about the whole thing. That makes the rumor about me shutting down the club seem more plausible.
If that's really the case, then no wonder the girls think it'd be better to move to another club.
And the cherry on top? Nobody told me about the headhunting right away because they cared about my happiness. In fact, they finally let me know in that last phone call.
Really? And you didn't want to tell me? This is getting out of hand.
Honestly, I'm more shocked that my girls kept this from me. Especially because I figured telling them to open up to me would be the best way to keep things casual. By the way, is it just me, or is there just too fine a line between caring and being overbearing lately?
When you climb up to a higher position, that may create a rift between you and other people. It happens. But something's bugging me about the headhunting.
Huh? What about it?
Don't you think this could all be a setup?
A setup? By who?
The CEO of the consulting firm who's been pursuing you. It all makes sense. His constant proposals made it easier for the girls to leave the club.
You really think so?
All the girls at your club were trained by you, so they likely feel a deep sense of gratitude. Normally, they wouldn't be persuaded so easily. They would have reported to you right away, so you could deal with it appropriately.
Yeah, that's how it should have gone, but
Too much of a stretch?
I've told you before, right? That CEO's loaded, so he's not exactly strapped for cash. Why would someone like that be headhunting hostesses?
That's true.
And I don't mean to flatter myself here, but he takes each and every proposal seriously. If this was some kind of marriage scam, I would have seen right through him.
Can't argue against that.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to blow up at you. But I'll look into this incident anyway, just in case, to see if he's involved.
Sorry if I offended you. I crossed the line even though I don't know much about running a business.
It's fine. No offense taken. You're pretty much the only one who'd hear me out on these kinds of things lately, Kiryu-san.
I'm glad I could lend you an ear. Feel free to try and bore me all you want.
I think I might take you up on that. Yeah, but is that really true? I just can't believe it. Gotcha. I guess I was wrong about the whole thing. I'll go check it out myself. Depending on how things go, this could mean war.
Looks like something happened with Saeko-san.
Yeah, something alarming at that. Especially if it means war.
If I recall correctly, the two of you have talked about it before. About how her girls being headhunted may have been part of a ploy.
That's right. I guess the CEO who's been fawning over her was behind everything.
Not so sure about that. It's hard to say, going by that phone call alone.
Excuse me. Are you Suzuki-san? Thanks for looking out for our mama.
Who? You talking to me?
Who else would she be talking to? You're the only Taichi Suzuki here.
You mentioned your mama. I'm guessing you're one of Saiko's girls?
Yeah, she was just here, right? I came to stop her from rushing into trouble, but she hung up before I could get a word in.
So the person Saeko was talking to.
Yep, it was me.
What's going on?
Right. You know that CEO making a move on our mama? Turns out he has connections with the rival club.
The rich guy with a consulting firm?
Yeah, him. Apparently, he and the manager of the rival club ran in the same circles back in college. Mr. CEO was always looking out for him. Anyway, it sounds like the club manager asked his old pal to keep hounding our mama to keep her from noticing all the headhunting.
So Saeko went to give those guys a piece of her mind. That's where you thought she'd be in trouble, right?
Yeah, she sounded pretty pissed, so I figured I had to stop her.
All right, I'll go check on her then. Do you know where this club is?
Oh, yeah, I do, actually.
I can't believe you've been wasting my time. So tell me, was everything just a ruse so you could pick apart my whole crew?
Well, guess this is the end of the line. You caught me. I did help him headhunt for his club, yes. It was a request from an old friend, see. He always comes to me whenever he's in a pinch.
Sorry about all this. I'll clean up this mess.
It's fine. But, Saeko-san, listen. I know you're angry, but I think there's been a little misunderstanding.
Uh-huh. Sure there is. But now that I know what you're after, I can see right through you. You're just a pair of scumbags.
Hey! Watch your mouth. My friend here makes millions in a month. And you're just a mama from some cheap-ass club.
What, you expect me to change my tune just because he's filthy rich? This is between me and him, so buzz off, dumbass!
You bitch!
Guess you didn't need my help after all. That's quite a face you're making, Saeko.
Oh. Hey, Kiryu-san. Why are you here?
I got word you were pissed at a guy for using you, but you seem to be keeping a cool head.
Well, yeah. I just want them to quit snatching up my girls. Well, that and having them swear never to do that again.
Right. So that's why you got yourself a bodyguard. But that makes things easier for us. You know, since I'd rather not lay a hand on a lady and all.
Can we not? I didn't come here to deal with you.
I don't want to get dragged into this either. At least, wait until I leave?
No can do, man. But hit him hard and fast to come out on top. The guy's hired by the Saeko Makoto. You can bet she's got something up her sleeve. This old man's probably gonna put up a good fight.
Hold on. I think you've got the wrong idea now. Just FYI, you're messing with the wrong person. I can't tell you his name, but I'm warning you, he's strong enough to be called a legend.
Like I'm falling for that. Come on, boys! Time to shut him up! Get him!
I'm ready.
Allow me.
What the hell are you?
I did say you messed with the wrong guy.
Wait, please! I really can't fight or anything! This has all been a misunderstanding, Saeko-san.
Give it up already, won't you? The manager here asked you to toy with me, didn't he? You think I was in a rush to get married since I'm right at that age? So you played it up thinking I'd bite?
Just a second. Why do you insist Saiko's misunderstanding something? Spit it out.
I admit it. At first, I did try to get close to Saeko-san at my friend's behest. He wanted me to draw your attention. That way he could poach all the girls you've trained yourself. As for me, I thought I could have some fun with a young, beautiful mama who works hard to earn her money with her own club.
Can you hurry up and get to the point already? Because you're just adding fuel to the fire right now.
I apologize. Just please, let me say my piece.
Fine, I'm listening.
After dating you, I started to fall for you. Your personality and your business philosophy, and that's when I realized if I were to find a partner for life, I can't see myself with anyone but you.
What are you saying?
Do you truly hate me, Saeko-san? I was kind of hoping I still stood a chance, however slight. I've got money and the looks, if I do say so myself. My business is doing well, and I love kids. And I fully understand that my personality needs some fixing.
Wait. Are you seriously trying to propose to her right now?
I am. I hadn't been interested in marriage at all, not until recently. Too many women have tried to get close to me, their eyes set on the fortune I've made. But Saeko-san is different from them. She cared not a whit for my money. She's always brimming with confidence, even when she relies on someone else. You're beautiful and thoughtful. With someone like you at my side, I'm sure I could learn how to support another. In the beginning, I had considered it a ridiculous farce, but now I believe we could create the perfect family together. That doesn't sound like such a bad deal, right? You can even drop your modest little club. I guarantee that my old friend will take good care of your girls at his place. From a business perspective, surely you understand how this would benefit you.
What bullshit.
Huh?
I'm done listening to your stupid, long-winded excuse, so now you listen to me. First, run off to that little friend of yours. Tell him not to come near my girls. Ever. If he tries to pull another stunt like that again, he's as good as dead in this town. I'll crush that little club of his and kick you two out of Ijincho myself.
But what about my proposal?
I'm not done talking.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, but your words didn't get my heart racing. But I admit, it takes balls to propose given your current situation. Maybe that would have worked on some other girl, but not me. But if you keep coming on to me, I will humiliate you so badly you will never recover from the shame.
Oh, God!
Don't you ever come looking for me again, if you know what's best for you. It's over. Goodbye.
You're a tough one. Guess I didn't need to check on you.
Unbelievable! Like, seriously, do I only attract guys like him? They all try to weigh marriage with pros and cons, but I don't see a single goddamn pro from my end. Ugh! Idiots, all of them. This isn't a joke.
Sometimes that's just how it is.
I'm a businesswoman. I have my priorities sorted, unlike most guys.
Agreed. But maybe you ought to slow down. You're drinking too much too fast.
Well, excuse me, but I am pretty depressed right now. Is that how marriage proposals go nowadays? Or am I just old-fashioned?
Old-fashioned how?
Well, when I think of marriage, I think of a place two lovers end up after affirming their feelings for one another. But that CEO and even Ichiban,
Yeah?
they both said the same thing. Like, how they'd make me happy and what sort of dream we could live out together. But there's something more important than all of that. Why didn't he realize that? And he thought he could get away with it after knowing me for so long.
Look, maybe this is just my imagination.
Uh-huh.
The CEO and Kasuga's proposals, they both sounded the same to you, didn't they?
I mean, Ichiban's was probably worse, but yeah, they were pretty similar. Especially when it comes to saying what mattered most to me.
I figured as much.
What makes you say that?
I've spent a lot of time with Kasuga in Hawaii. His awkwardness aside, I do admire his passion. And by now, after having a few drinks with you, I can imagine what sort of date you went on and what you guys talked about. I'm sure he was spinning his wheels, trying so hard to convince you. Unfortunately, every point he made to win you over all meant the same thing to you. That there won't be a single con. And that wasn't what you wanted to hear when he was proposing, was it? But you can't bring yourself to tell him that you wanted to hear something else. Because of that, you spent all this time not talking to him.
You really think so? Actually, maybe you're right. Maybe that's what this is all about.
I can't answer that question for you. But I do have one piece of advice. Nobody knows when their life will be over. One day, you might be told your days are numbered.
Oh, Kiryu-san.
When you're young, you think you have all the time in the world. But the clock's ticking. I don't recommend you end things the way they are. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Kiryu-san.
No need to thank me. That was just the ravings of an old man.
If you say so. You know, I really loved my grandpa, so you can keep going on about the good old days if you want.
Hey now, I was just being modest there. Don't actually treat me like any other old man.
Yes, sir. Anyway, I'll slow down so we can take our time drinking. Come on, how about a toast?
To what?
Let's see. To this very moment, to enjoy the rest of our lives to the fullest.
Not bad. I'll drink to that. Cheers.
Cheers. Kiryu-san, thanks for hearing me out so much lately. I really appreciate all the advice. You're constantly there for me, and yet I haven't done anything for you.
That's not true. Getting to know you better, fighting side by side, it's all been wonderful. I feel like I've gotten to see the real Saeko. And I've learned a lot from you too. Though you might be a little stubborn at times.
You know, I was gonna say that's sweet of you, but then you kept going.
That's a shame.
I'm only kidding. Still, I do want to give back somehow. To that end, I'm around any time you need. Let me know if there's anything I can do. I'll be there to help.
Thanks. And yeah, let's keep this up, you and me. I'm sure I'll need advice down the line, so be ready.
Deal.
Hey, Zhao.
Ah, hey there, Kiryu-san.
Someone's been knocking him back. You know, I still haven't had a drink with you yet. Mind if I sit here?
Of course not. Be my guest. Some one-on-one time with Kiryu-san, huh? Kinda making me a little nervous here.
And I guess you've already got a good buzz going. Been a while since you stepped down as a leader of the Liumang, hasn't it?
Yep. Now I'm just a regular old civilian. Trying to be one, at least.
Right. I imagine other people might not see it that way.
It's been a solid 15 years since you quit the business, right? But people still call you Kiryu-san. The fourth chairman and the Dragon of Dojima.
Yeah. There's no running from your past. Guess we're both struggling on that front.
But at least I've got it a bit easier than you. My name's only good round here in Ijincho.
Do you ever regret giving it all up? Your father passed you the mantle, right?
Well, Liumang was tearing itself apart from the inside out back then. Thanks to Ryo Aoki and the Omi Alliance. A good lot of them stabbed me in the back. Some of the old heads included. We had no choice but to rebuild from the ground up. Obviously, somebody has to take responsibility for all that. And, well, who else better than the guy up top? Since Comey Jewel was literally going up in smoke too, Ijincho's entire gray zone was in danger. Having Seonhee take the wheel was the best choice, so no. I don't regret my decision.
I see.
By bringing the Liumang and Comey Jewel together, Seonhee managed to save a lot of lives. That had to be a ton of hard work. I can't possibly thank her enough for all she's done.
I'm impressed you're so honest about it.
Gotta say, it hits different when you're the one dishing out praise, Kiryu-san. Kasuga-kun's got away with words, but you're not too bad yourself.
Thanks.
Kiryu-san, you're a dead man walking, aren't you? So you can't pay your family or friends a little visit?
That's right.
Are you sure you should be talking to me then?
The Daidoji probably think that this will all work out in their favor. So they'll turn a blind eye.
All right then. You think it'd be cool if you came over to my place?
Your place?
I own a Chinese restaurant, see? An old little hole in the wall, but it's mine. Sometimes I cook the food myself. Scratch that. Not sometimes. I cook pretty much every day.
From the top of the Liumang to the head of the kitchen.
I've always loved cooking. You'd catch me in the kitchen even during my Liumang days. A lot of my guys like to eat whatever I whipped up to.
You ever consider that it was hard for them to tell the boss his food sucks?
Oh, so that's how you want to play. Guess now I've just gotta invite you to my restaurant then.
Sure, I'll go. It's all gonna be on the house, right?
Yeah, of course. But if you find the food tasty, then I'll take cash over any compliments to the chef.
That's some confidence you've got there. I look forward to it. How about another round?
Fine by me. But you should take it easy. Wouldn't want you to keel over before you get a taste of my cooking.
Fine. Whatever you say. Barkeep.
Hard to believe you're a sick man. Barkeep, hit me with another two.
That's the spirit. Hey, what's with the face?
Huh? Oh, hey, Kiryu-san. Something's been bugging me, actually.
That right?
Yep. Mind hearing me out? Can't say it'll be much fun, though.
I'm all ears.
I was checking out this food blog earlier. They review bars and other joints here in Ijincho. Of course, that means they hit up my place, too.
Sounds like they rubbed you the wrong way.
Well, yeah. They wrote a bunch of crap about how the food sucks, how the employees are rude, how the place is a stinking mess. And it's not a one-time deal either. They've been writing about my place for days.
You're saying these are fake reviews?
What else could they be? I take pride in my cooking. Sure, my place might be a little old, but I keep it spotless. Man, even thinking about all this just pisses me off.
Can't be fun to deal with.
Yeah, trust me, it's not. Still trying to figure out how to handle this. Should I leave it alone, or do I do something about it? Maybe we should have talked about something else.
Why don't you just leave it alone? Could just be a fad.
Yeah, I know. Better to ignore some random blogger's bullshit. I get that. 100%. But did he really have to go write all that? How the hell is my twice-cooked pork inedible?
Alright, so you really don't want to leave this alone.
Yeah. I get everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But this just doesn't sit well with me.
Has that blog started to affect your business?
Nah. Sales is more or less the same as ever, as far as I know. My place gets lots of regulars. I think the customers who do follow blogs are usually the first-timers.
Makes sense. And all that's left to consider is how you feel about this whole situation.
Yep, guess so. And I think I've got an idea who that blogger is.
Oh yeah?
Right before that blog posted, I got into a nasty little spat with a customer. Never seen him before in my life.
How'd that happen?
Well, considering my previous occupation, I get a lot of customers with some real heavy baggage. So I don't let people take any pictures or videos once they're inside. Even got signs saying so. But that guy didn't give a shit.
And there's no way you didn't call him out.
Damn right. I went up to him and I told him, please refrain from filming inside the restaurant. Honestly, I wouldn't have cared if it was just him there, but the place was pretty packed at the time. And that just got him all riled up. How dare you speak to a customer like that? And things just went downhill from there. He flung his chopsticks at his bowl and stormed out, screeching, "See if I ever come back here again!" The day after that, someone posted on their blog talking shit about my restaurant. I figure it's probably the same guy.
Yeah, seems likely to me. Hard to think those events aren't related.
Right. I knew you'd understand, Kiryu-san.
So, what's your plan? If that customer's the same person behind the blog post, are you going to confront him?
I'm not gonna go that far. I'm just a regular civilian now, a humble chef.
Considering how proud you are of your cooking, you're taking this pretty well.
Yep, I think so too. It's like, once I get heated, it's hard for me to hold back.
This guy. What happened to being a regular civilian? Guess I'll have myself another drink. Alcohol's not a bad distraction.
I'm with you there. Sorry for making you sit through that nonsense.
Just glad you're feeling better. What's up, Zhao? More bad press for your restaurant?
Not this time. Got a message from the Liumang boys. Said they wanted to tell me something.
But didn't you leave the Liumang?
Yeah, I did. But they still try to contact me. Mind if I complain for a bit?
So, what they want?
You remember the blog I mentioned last time? The one talking trash about my place.
Right. Might be the same guy that gave you trouble.
Yep. Those Liumang boys are using whatever means possible to hunt him down. They're hell-bent on catching him, saying stuff like, he can't go around starting shit and running away like that. And if they do find him, things might get real messy.
But you're not the one ordering them around, right?
No, of course not.
Which means these young guns are causing a racket because someone's giving their old boss a hard time.
Yep. Honor's just as big a deal as life and death down in the underworld. Not that you need me to tell you that.
Let's just wait and see what happens next. You don't need to help that blogger out.
So, I should play ignorant and wait for the boys to get their revenge?
Doesn't sound great when you put it that way. Guess that's not an option. Not in this kind of situation. So, how many of these guys are we talking about?
A lot of them, but probably no more than 50.
That's still no joke.
But there's only 4 guys at the core of the whole shebang. They used to hang around me back when I was the leader, called themselves the 4 Beasts.
Sort of like your personal guard.
They were kind of adorable in a way, but feisty. Got a tendency to take things a little too far. They're the ones who were really pissed off with this blogger, so I gotta tighten the leash.
Must be tough on you. They're not gonna leave you alone so long as they keep you on that pedestal.
Yeah, like you're one to talk, Kiryu-san. What's going on with me can't even compare to what the Dragon of Dojima goes through. But I guess the 2 of us are in the same boat. I mean, who else can relate to this kind of stuff?
Don't take this the wrong way, but it doesn't look like anything's getting to you. You seem pretty laid back.
I get that a lot.
But in reality, you've got a lot on your plate.
You know, everybody's dealing with something. Your problems seem tougher than most, though, Kiryu-san.
I wouldn't say that. Mine aren't all that different.
But seriously, Kiryu-san, you always look like you're trying to shoulder everything yourself. Hell, you even were quick to accept the fact that your time's been cut short.
Not really. I've spent plenty of time thinking about it.
You don't gotta lie down and take it. You could still try to fight back, you know. Survive. Looks to me like you're putting on an act. Because you're supposed to be a legend.
Where's this coming from?
Just something that's been on my mind. We've gotten pretty chummy, haven't we? Close enough for me to air out all my stupid complaints to you. Figured I could come out and say it by now. Or, did I cross the line there?
You're fine. I'll keep that in mind. After all, it's good advice from a good drinking buddy.
Awesome. Made all these drinks worth it. Man, you are one legendary pain in the ass.
Didn't think the drinks would hit so hard today. Hey, Zhao. Mind if I join?
Grab a seat, but go easy on the booze, all right?
I know. Sorry for worrying you.
You better be. I'm usually not one to say this kind of stuff, you know. Actually, remember what we talked about last time? Something new came up.
Refresh my memory?
That business with the blogger. The one who was talking shit about my place. Turns out the Liumang boys figured out who this guy is.
Hey, isn't that bad news? I doubt they'd kill him, but...
Yeah, I feel ya. I even told them to lay off the guy. And they said they got the picture. Oh.
What's up?
Since they've been calling themselves my personal guard, well, they probably care more about my honor than I do. Can't imagine they'll sit around twiddling their thumbs.
So, what's your plan?
I gave them an ultimatum. If I find out something happened to that blogger, I'm closing up shop.
Are you serious?
Doesn't matter whether or not it was an accident. If that blogger is ever in danger, I'm packing my bags and skipping town. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Are you sure? Your restaurant means a lot to you, doesn't it?
Of course it does. Wasn't easy getting my skills up to par either. Like hell, I'd be happy to close up shop over something stupid like this.
But there is no other way to stop him.
All that's left is to pray that the blogger gets to live in peace. If he winds up in an accident, then I'm hitting the road.
Sure hope your boys will give it a rest.
Same here. But that blogger is still talking smack about me. Every single goddamn day. Ugh. Wish he'd lay off already.
What kind of guy was he anyway?
You know. Just a very ordinary, very lame businessman. Same guy who caused a stink at my place. Seems like he caught wind he was being tracked and went into hiding somewhere.
Oh, surprisingly perceptive.
And they didn't find anyone at his house, and apparently he hasn't been going to work.
Was he local?
Yeah, he lived close to Chinatown. Made some posts about the places nearby. He's actually written some decent reviews. Judging by his analysis on flavor profiles, the guy's got experience.
That's great and all. But he needs to stop antagonizing you on the internet. For his own sake.
You said it. I'm not sure if he even realizes how much danger he's in right now.
Why not warn the blogger? Doesn't have to be directly. Maybe you could post a comment on his blog.
Wouldn't that come off kind of threatening, though? I'd rather not add more fuel to the fire.
Yeah, I see your point. That blogger probably didn't think the entire Yokohama Ryumang would be out for blood. Even if it's just on the internet. Probably didn't realize the owner was their former leader either.
Definitely bad luck on his part. But his manners were even worse. He was filming without permission, then snapped the moment he got a warning. Ever since then, he's been trying to pick a fight with me on the internet. Seriously, give a guy a break.
But if you want to keep your place running, then he has to stay safe and sound. Let's have ourselves a toast. To his well-being.
Yeah, sure, I guess. Never been so reluctant to drink before.
You're telling me.
Great timing, Kiryu-san. You got a second?
Yeah, I can stick around for a drink.
Nah, that's not why I asked. I'm having a little get-together over at my place. Gonna treat those Ryumang boys to some grub. You remember that blogger who'd been bad-mouthing me? I figured they deserve a reward for not offing him.
Oh, good for them.
Yep. You wanna tag along, Kiryu-san?
Are you sure? I wouldn't want to get between you and your boys.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. It's about damn time I get to serve the legend himself a meal.
If you insist. No way I can turn you down now.
Now we're talking.
Thanks for inviting us, Zhao-san.
You're cooking so good, I starved myself all day just so I can eat more of it.
Thanks for having us here, sir.
I stick out like a sore thumb here.
It's all good. We're just here to eat good food.
Hey. Guys, over there!
Wait, hold up.
Yo, look who we have here. This guy's snooping on us.
Who the hell? Hey, it's him, the blogger.
This doesn't look good, Kiryu-san.
Is he really the guy behind the blog?
Yep, sure seems like it.
Spill it! What the hell are you doing here?
I don't know what you're talking about. Am I being abducted? Please, let me go.
What's all this about?
This guy's been trying to start shooting Zhao-san's restaurant again. Looks like he came all the way here just to look for more dirt.
Is there a problem with that? What's wrong with saying a place has bad food?
I have the right to free speech, you know.
Gotta say, I'm impressed you got the balls to speak up with all of us here. What should we do with him, Zhao-san? Want us to rough him up a bit?
Do you even hear yourself? Come on now, you can't do that to a civvy. He's right, you know. The guy's free to post whatever he wants on his blog.
Huh, you can't fool me. You're the one behind the Yokohama Ryumang.
Huh?
Oh yeah, I know all about it. You sent your men looking for me all over Ijincho, didn't you? When I heard that gangsters were hunting me down, I decided to look into you too. You're their boss, aren't you? Their former leader? You act like you're not involved in any of this, but you'll sick your dogs on me later.
Oh, now. I think you've got the wrong idea. Nobody's gonna hurt you. Ain't that right, boys? Since we're all here, why don't we settle down and have a bite? I've already finished prepping. So, how about it, fellas? Anyway, we're gonna have ourselves a party, so don't mind us. We'll leave you alone.
Really?
Yep. Really.
Wait a minute. Zhao-san! If we let him off, then he might write about all this on his blog just for the hell of it. We gotta take that dude's phone away first.
What? No, absolutely not. You can't do that.
The fact that this bastard came here knowing Zhao-san's our boss. Oh, no doubt he's screwing with us. Probably thinks we can't do a damn thing.
Well, no way. He's only got a bone to pick with me. Come on, boys, let him go.
We can't! If he's picking a fight with you, that means he's picking a fight with all of us! Zhao-san, you might have left us behind, but we still respect you. Even now, you keep acting like a pushover, so now some blogger thinks he can mess with us!
That's right. You even tossed us aside. Gave up the Ryumang to Comey Jewel. We can't even get things done like how we used to because of this cooperation bullshit to appease a Jinsho.
Sorry. But if you're not happy with how I run things, then like I said before, go hit the road.
Not happening, boss. We all looked up to you. We thought that if we stuck by you, we could be more like you. Normally, you look laid back, relaxed. But when the situation calls for it, you're ruthless, reliable, a charismatic leader. At least, you were.
It's time you wake up, boss. The Tianyo Zhao I know would never let some random blogger off for talking shit.
First, we ought to splatter his guts all over the streets. Let the whole town know that Yokohama Ryumang's back.
I told you that I'd close up shop if anything happened to him. And I fucking meant it.
But boss, that'd be for the better, right? Wouldn't have to be some chef if he came back.
Quit being some chef.
Yeah, Zhao-san. No, I mean, boss.
Our leader!
Let's give him hell, boss!
Stay behind me.
No way. Am I going to die here?
All right, fine. I get how you guys feel.
You do? Then you'll come back?
Nope. I'm not letting you boys lay a finger on this guy. You want him, you gotta get through me.
They're just as feisty as you said they'd be.
Sorry for dragging you into this, Kiryu-san. You mind taking that blogger somewhere safe? I'll stop these guys.
Wait, Zhao-san, are you serious? You'll take us on? All to protect someone like him? Even though we're the ones who have always believed in you?
I'll do anything to protect my restaurant. After all, I'm just some chef.
All right, fine. Have it your way, then. Quit screwing with us, you damn wuss!
Need a hand? These guys are called the Four Beasts, right? We don't want you to bite off more than you can chew.
What? You don't think I can handle it? 'Cause I'm absolutely starving right now.
Let's do this!
Here we go.
It's over!
We doing it big?
Yeah,
Special order!
enjoy.
Who wants to go?
you down.
It's all about the flame, baby!
Enjoy it well, huh? Say goodnight. No.
Still as strong as ever, boss. Please, come back. You'll just waste away here.
Look, I'm real touched you think so. But if I went back to being your leader, Ijincho will be split apart again. I promised Seonhee that wouldn't happen ever again, and left everything in her hands.
But we've always looked up to you. Still do. If you do make a comeback, we'll follow you to hell and back.
That's so. Hey, humor me for a second.
Yes, sir. What is it?
This Tianyo Zhao you've always admired. Is he the sort of guy who doesn't honor his promises? Is that what you guys think of me? A man who doesn't keep his word?
No, sir. Not at all.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Hey,
Yes? What do you want?
you saw what happened just now, right? Best you don't get involved with them any further. I'm sure you felt safe and secure over the internet. But here, you are only safe thanks to Zhao.
I'm so sorry, Zhao-san. I'll delete everything I posted about your restaurant. I won't ever come near here again. So please, forgive me for what I've done.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. No need to delete anything.
Huh?
I just want to ask you a question. When you ate at my restaurant, was my cooking really that bad?
Actually, it didn't taste awful at all.
Hmm?
I'll be honest with you. Your food is the best damn thing I've ever tasted in my entire life.
Come again?
Nothing in Chinatown could even come close. I wanted to use every word in my vocabulary to praise your cooking on my blog. I thought maybe I could spread the word, share your food with everyone. So much so that I felt like I was on fire. But when you suddenly told me to refrain from filming inside your restaurant, the descriptions I had drafted in my head just fizzled out. That really upset me. And before I knew it,
You flung your chopsticks down?
I really am sorry about that. I don't know what came over me. Even though I've been wanting to compliment you, I kept thinking that you humiliated me in your shop.
In the end, hatred sprung from your love.
So that's the whole story. In that case, sorry. But I can't let you go home.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Hey, Zhao, what are you planning?
Now, go ahead and eat your fill. You're gonna recall each and every single word of praise that came to your head that day.
But are you sure you want to treat me to all this food?
Well, you were pretty spot on when critiquing other places. Now I want to know what you really think, and not anyone else.
I don't know what to say, Zhao-san. This is the first time anyone's ever told me that. No way I'm wasting this opportunity. Bon appetit!
Dig in.
Wow, this is delicious. Damn, tasty.
Zhao, are you sure this guy's the real deal? All he said so far is that he loves the food and that it's damn tasty.
Aren't those the best compliments a chef could hear? There's more where that came from. You better savor it all.
Woohoo! This is the best day ever, Zhao-san. Everything tastes so good. I can't stop eating.
My bad, Kiryu-san. Didn't mean to drag you into that whole mess.
But you did. Missed out on my free meal because of you. At least that blogger looked like he enjoyed himself. The man ate everything you put in front of him.
Huh? Back up a sec, Kiryu-san. You didn't get to taste my cooking? At all?
Pretty much. Surprisingly.
Well, there'll always be another chance. We're drinking buddies now, aren't we?
Yeah, that's true. But after seeing you fight earlier, I can understand why your boys want you back. You've got a knack for being a leader. Does seem like a waste of talent.
Oh yeah, maybe. But all my life I was taught how to lead others. For as long as I can remember, I was told it was my birthright. And one day I inherited everything from my dad. And now that I've left that all behind, a new world opened up to me. There's no way I'm letting that go. Not without a fight.
Being a chef means the world to you.
Yep. There were a ton of possibilities, but the only one that mattered was the one I chose.
I think I get it.
Tossing a wok over a roaring flame, seeing the customers smile after eating my food. Everything's so fresh and new. I really dig the way things are right now. And not only that, but if I can knock back drinks with a buddy from time to time, I'll be set for life.
Sounds good to me. A humble life's not so bad.
Gotta tell you, from chowing down to throwing punches to knocking them back, hanging with you's been a real treat. Really, life's just full of surprises, ain't it? Past me wouldn't have believed it. Not in a million years.
I could say the same. I never thought I'd be roaming the streets with a former head of the Yokohama Liumang.
Oh man, I guess that's true. But thanks to all this, I realize nothing's impossible. Quite the opposite. You can do almost anything, long as you try. Thanks to you, Kiryu-san, I was able to keep my restaurant going. Got more regulars than ever now.
Glad to hear it. Can't ask for more than that.
I'd love to serve you a proper meal next time. And I hope you come hungry, 'cause you're getting the works. Be ready to stuff your face, eh?
Yeah, sounds fun. I'll be sure to stop by.
I'll be waiting.
Hey, Seonhee.
Kiryu-san. Came here for a drink, did you?
They say booze is the best medicine.
I don't need to hear your excuses. What you drink is none of my business, after all. I won't comment.
Appreciate it. Mind if I sit here?
Not at all. Still, I can hardly believe it. The Kazuma Kiryu comes wandering in and sits next to me for a drink. How surreal.
It's not that big a deal. I'm just a middle-aged man with graying hair. But you're not just the head of the Comey Jewel. You took command of the Yokohama Liumang as well. And all your subordinates have entrusted you with their lives. It must be a heavy burden to bear.
Huh. You flatter me.
That was a burden I've abandoned.
Oh yeah, right. That. About 20 years ago, you retired right after becoming the 4th chairman of the Tojo clan. Had you not, I wonder if the Tojo clan would have turned out any differently.
Who can say? But the Tojo clan would have disbanded regardless. The times have changed. And I doubt I'd be able to do a single thing about it. Not by myself. If anything, were I still at the top, the Tojo clan might have disbanded much sooner. I didn't have it in me to lead.
Do you really think so? 'Cause the way I see it, you just dislike being part of the herd.
You don't mince words, do you?
Oh, I meant no disrespect.
It's fine. I wasn't offended. It was actually quite refreshing. Only the head of an organization could speak so bluntly.
So long as the underworld abides by its own laws, being the head doesn't mean much. And if someone gets any bright ideas, then all I have to do is stare them down. That's basically everything in the job description. Easy, right?
I'm sure it must be easy for you. You're something else. Thanks to you, Ijincho's still standing even after facing pressure from Ryo Aoki.
Wow. You really think so? I'm honored, but flattery won't get you anywhere.
I'm not one to pay lip service. I'm completely serious.
So, does that mean I'm doing all right? At least in your eyes?
Yeah, for what it's worth, I think you're doing just fine. You good on time?
Oh, there's no way I'm calling it quits when you're still drinking, Kiryu-san. I'll hang on for as long as I can.
Do you always go this hard? Your subordinates must have a tough time keeping up.
Power harassment is a prominent concern in the underground these days. I never force a subordinate to drink. I won't deny that there's merit in ruling by fear, but you won't last for long with that alone.
That all makes sense. It's becoming more and more apparent that you're a natural-born leader. That reminds me, does Comey Jewel still monitor the whole town? All the information you've extracted is the source of Comey Jewel's power, am I right?
Right, but it's not like I keep track of every little detail. One of my rules is that my confidant only brings me crucial information.
And by confidant, you mean Jungi-han?
Of course. He's a very capable man, and one of unwavering loyalty at that. I'd say he's the perfect right-hand man, if only he weren't so snarky. But there are others I consider my confidants. Some are even from my father's generation.
Your father's generation, huh? Must be close to my age, then.
You're right. The elders of the organization are like my great and wise uncles. Every now and then, I'll get an earful from them.
So even you have something you're afraid of.
They were part of the Jingon Mafia before Comey Jewel. Back in their prime, they had a healthy rivalry with the Tojo clan. Probably a little before you made a name for yourself. I've heard a lot about your heroics, so having someone like you sit right next to me is sort of unnerving.
What was that?
Oh, it's nothing. Forget I said anything.
The former Jingon Mafia. I hope they don't disapprove of you siding with me.
Well, I'm not sure myself how they feel about all this, but even if they do disapprove, I can take care of it. I wouldn't worry about those old gents. After all, what I say goes.
Please don't take any risks from me. As the leader of an organization, you should always take your subordinates' concerns into account.
Seriously, though, I'll be all right. Have a little more faith in my leadership skills.
All right. Thanks, Seonhee. Glad to have you on my side.
Ijincho has been a little too quiet lately. I was honestly hoping for some excitement. Now, with you in town, things are bound to get interesting.
Hold on. Are you expecting something dangerous to happen?
Not necessarily. A toast, Kiryu-san? Let me welcome you to my town once more.
Of course.
Welcome to Ijincho, Kazuma Kiryu. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh.
Looks like someone's enjoying herself.
Was that the impression you got?
It was indeed.
Well, just between you and me, I was a nervous wreck. He's the Dragon of Dojima, a living, breathing legend, leagues above me in the underworld. I can't afford to look stupid in front of Kiryu-san, especially as a representative of Ijincho. Did I say anything weird to him?
Not as far as I know.
All right. I won't dwell on it if you say so.
And I do say so.
Imagine me drinking with the Kazuma Kiryu. Just the two of us. Guess I'm not doing too bad.
Hey, Seonhee. Is this seat open?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. As you can see.
Something the matter? You look a little down.
Oh, don't mind me. It's nothing you need to be concerned about, Kiryu-san.
All right. I'll just wait until you feel like talking about the thing I shouldn't be concerned about. Don't mind me.
So that's how we're doing this? There's no winning with you, is there?
I see. So your officers, these great and wise uncles of yours, are acting suspiciously whenever you're not looking.
Yeah, basically. A lot of people in Comey Jewel, the younger members in particular, have been complaining to me, saying they don't know what to do. The elders put up a front when I'm around, but when something goes sideways, they take it out on their younger subordinates. It's unbelievable. If they have a problem with how I run things, then they should say it to my face.
It's hard, having to deal with subordinates who are older than you or who may even have more experience. Seems like the Queen of Comey Jewel has some troubles of her own.
It's a minor issue, and a personal one at that. It's really nothing you should be concerned about.
Those officers are around my age, aren't they? I could lend you a hand if you need it.
Oh, no, please don't. I am not saying another word so I can at least preserve what's left of my people's dignity.
Hey now, we should help each other in times of need. Maybe there's something I could do about your elders.
Maybe, but again, this is my problem. I appreciate the concern, though. Not only are you my guest, but, you're also sick. You should put your health first and foremost.
Went straight for the jugular there.
There once were 3 organizations that kept a close eye on this town. Comey Jewel, the Liumang, and the Seiryu clan. While it may have looked like a 3-way power struggle on the surface, it was actually intended to prevent outside forces from entering. Compared to the past, Ijincho seems a bit too relaxed nowadays. I suppose as a side effect of the ongoing peace. There's not much I can do about that, but my reputation would take a major hit if you're caught worrying.
Yeah, I hear you. Guess that means there's nothing more I can say.
Maybe the alcohol's getting to me. Sorry, I didn't mean to come off so persistent.
Don't worry about it.
Perhaps I'm in no position to say this, but I prefer how Ijincho is now over how it was before. Even the Comey Jewel bunch has become quite social these days.
Yeah, I guess they have. I hear they actually started saying hi to people on the streets. I mean, some of them, of course, not all.
Comey Jewel used to have this image of being a secret organization that was always out of sight.
Without any rivals around, like the Tojo clan or the Omi Alliance, they're probably enjoying the peace while it lasts.
I see.
Oh, thanks for that, barkeep. I prefer Ijincho the way it is now, too.
Actually, that reminds me. An old regular from Comey Jewel gave me this.
What is it?
A mask worn by members of our organization. It's modeled after the ones used in traditional Korean performances. We would hide behind a mask whenever we had to get our hands dirty.
Right.
but the owner of this mask said it's been a long time since he's had to wear it. Eventually, he amicably cut ties with the organization, got married, settled down in this town. He left this mask at the bar, saying he was turning over a new leaf.
Looks like Comey Jewel's going through some changes.
Still, he shouldn't have given this mask away, much less to an outsider. Maybe I should tighten up operations.
Could you let this one slide? That would be a welcome wedding gift for your subordinate.
Huh. Well, if you so insist, then I can make an exception this time. Spending time with you takes priority anyway.
Good to hear. I was worried he'd land in trouble just because I snitched.
These drinks taste even better when I'm with you, Kiryu-san.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm supposed to be dead, so I never thought I'd be able to enjoy a drink like this again. That's why I'm savoring every glass. Because I have a friend to drink with.
A friend? You consider me your friend?
Of course. Unless that's a problem.
Oh, not at all. I'm honored.
Hey, Seonhee. Mind if I join you?
Of course I don't mind, but... How's your health, Kiryu-san?
Just fine. I am limiting my intake, believe it or not. Thanks for the concern, though. Is it really alright for you to spend so much time with us? Will your subordinates manage without you there?
I'm sure they'll be okay. There are hardly any issues that require my input. If they need me to get involved, then they know how to reach me. So there's no need to worry about me, Kiryu-san.
Your phone's ringing.
So it is. Just ignore it. I'm enjoying our time together right now.
But...
See? Now, if it's really important, they'll call again right away.
You gonna answer that?
Nothing could possibly be more important than enjoying a drink with you, Kiryu-san.
I appreciate the thought, but now I'm a bit on edge here.
Well, now that that's over, we can finally drink in peace.
Seonhee, if you get another call, I want you to answer it right away. Now it's got me curious.
Fine. I don't mean to put off my work that much anyway. I suppose I have to take this then. Excuse me, Kiryu-san.
Yeah, of course.
What? This had better be important. Yeah, got it. Bye.
Everything okay? What'd they want?
All good. Don't worry. It's not a big deal. Just ran into a little bit of trouble.
Your subordinates called you multiple times, but it turns out it's no big deal.
Yeah, apparently a fire broke out on Comey Jewel turf.
What?
Okay, don't get so worked up. It was just a minor fire. But I've been told it might have been deliberate. Some guys from the Liumang roaming the area, allegedly.
The Liumang? But I thought they were under your command. Same as Comey Jewel.
Yeah, which is why I'm having them look into the matter. Again, no need to concern yourself with this. Well, that's enough of that.
Don't mind me. I know you want to go. You're worried, right? After all, the ones who started the fire were the Liumang. If you get involved, then you'll be dousing the flames, preventing them from becoming even bigger trouble.
Okay, you have a good point. I know. But still...
I'm done here. If I drink any more, then I won't hear the end of it from Nanba. Go show your face, even for just a second. Your subordinates need you there more than I do here.
Fine, fine. Once you've made up your mind, you can be as stubborn as a mule. Guess we'll call it here.
All right. And hey, we'll drink again sometime. As long as you're up for it, of course.
There's nothing I'd love more. Well, see you.
It's tough having to lead an entire organization. Daigo really had his work cut out for him. Seonhee, what happened with that small fire? The one where the Liumang set fire to Comey Jewel turf.
Oh, thanks for your concern, but I'd rather talk about literally anything else. There's some dissent within Ijincho, just something I have to deal with as a leader. Just nothing you should be worried about.
No can do. You shouldn't have to shoulder that burden all by yourself. Why don't you lay it on me? You mentioned before there aren't many people who can drink with you as equals.
I did say that, but... screw it. There really is no winning with you. Honestly, I didn't want to air out our dirty laundry in front of you.
So it was arson. But nobody saw who did it.
Right. All we know right now is that the culprit was fully aware they were setting fire to Comey Jewel turf.
Don't you find that a little strange?
Well, how so?
If I remember correctly, your subordinate didn't hesitate to tell you that the Liumang was behind it. But how could they call them out without an eyewitness account?
So you've noticed. Impressive. Long story short, the accusations against the Liumang are false. There's no evidence pointing to the perp, so it's all bullshit. But someone managed to escalate that BS to me without having to go through any filters. That's the real problem.
What do you mean?
I'm saying the lie originated within Comey Jewel, among the top brass at that.
In other words, one of the Comey Jewel officers tried to deceive you with a false report.
Precisely. He probably made his underlings start the fire, then spread the rumor that the Liumang was behind it. This act of betrayal only serves to escalate tension between Comey Jewel and the Liumang. I can't turn a blind eye to it.
You're right. One wrong move and it'll lead to an all-out war between the two of them.
Truth is, some people aren't too happy to see Comey Jewel and the Liumang getting along. By deepening the division and sowing discord, they'll be able to pin the blame on me for failing to take action. That's the traitor's end goal. He wants to chase me out and seize my throne to rule Comey Jewel himself.
You managed to dig all that up? Then did you find out who the traitor is?
I did, actually. He got sloppy when leaking the rumor. Turns out the traitor is the eldest of Comey Jewel's officers. His name is Han Chul-sa.
So, that's him there, huh?
One of my great and wise uncles I've talked about before. At his age, he should be thinking about retirement. Guess he wanted to make a name for himself before going out.
By betraying you, no less. If he's the oldest, then the two of you must go way back. I'm sorry to hear that. I understand why you didn't want to talk about it now.
Yet I still opened up about everything from start to finish. Just how do you do it, Kiryu-san?
I only hope you feel a little better after talking about it.
This is such a mess. I really didn't want you to see me like this. I can't believe I just spilled everything to you.
Was Han Chul-sa dissatisfied about something? I doubt he'd plan a coup for no reason.
I can't think of anything. Except for the fact that I'm younger than him, and a woman. Considering he's a man who's faced countless adversities in battle, perhaps he doesn't want to end up under a leader like me.
Most old men probably would think so.
I've received the same report from different sources stating that Hanchul Sa is secretly rallying people to rebel. Saying crap like Seonhee is capable for a woman, sure, but weak-willed, and other people are more suited to lead.
So he's been working the rumor mill.
I can find out anything and everything that happens in Ijincho. Hanchul Sa won't be able to keep up with the information warfare. But people look up to him as a legend of the past. My generation grew up listening to stories of his heroics. He once fought to the death with the Tojo clan back in its heyday. I never thought he would ever become my enemy.
A man too full of pride is a man stuck in time, unable to move on. Nothing more than a relic of the past.
Yeah, that old man's far too reckless for his own good. Oh, but he's older than you, Kiryu-san. Much older. You're not even in the same age group.
You don't have to force yourself to say that. More importantly, what do you plan to do about him? As the head, it's up to you to decide how to deal with traitors.
See, this is exactly why I didn't want to talk about this with you, Kiryu-san. Truth be told, I haven't made up my mind yet.
It's a tough call to make, given how complicated the situation is.
A leader needs to be able to make snap decisions for the good of the organization. I need time, though. This is a difficult situation, but knowing you understand that is reassuring. Thank you, Kiryu-san. Sharing your suspicions with someone else does help clear things up.
Yeah, it certainly seems so.
I'm sure you have other things to do, though. Your own problems are even more pressing than mine. I don't want to cause you any trouble, so...
So?
Can we just drink and talk about something stupid now?
Sure. What better way is there to booze?
You really do get me. Always have. Got it. Thanks for the report. I'll be there soon. You guys have to stand down. We won't come out of this unscathed, considering we're up against Hanchul Sa.
What's going on? You were just on the phone with a subordinate, right?
Sorry? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, I just finished my drink, so I'll be leaving now.
Wait, Seonhee. It sounded like you don't have enough hands on deck.
Psh, I'm the queen of Comey Jewel. I always have enough hands.
Suzuki-san, it's rare for you to be stood up.
I doubt I even had a chance. Do you happen to know anything about what Seonhee is dealing with right now?
As much as it pains me to snitch, it seems that a hostile faction in Comey Jewel started an insurrection.
An insurrection?
About 10 of them, all led by Hanchul Sa, have been attacking one Liumang shop after another. It's likely they're aiming to start a war as quickly as they can to try and overthrow Seonhee-san.
Things have already escalated that far?
As the queen, she needs to bring Comey Jewel under control herself before the Liumang retaliates.
Which Liumang spots are they hitting up? Do you know where they are?
I take it you intend on helping her?
Of course.
I understand how you feel, but you ought to know that Seonhee-san can't accept an outsider's help. Unless she demonstrates authority and resolves this situation herself, the same thing will keep happening.
Please, time is of the essence. There's no way I could relax and knock back some drinks after hearing all that.
That's not the only problem, by the way. I've noticed she's been trying to act tougher than usual whenever she's around you. My guess is that she wants to look more put together in front of her hero. You should be more considerate. Take her feelings into account.
Now's not the time for that.
Oh, right. I do have something that could come in handy. Wear this, and you'll look like any other Comey Jewel. Seonhee-san won't even bat an eye.
That's genius. I owe you one, bartender.
Enough, Hanshul-sa! I have always thought of you as a hero. Why would you do this?
That's right. I am a hero. But should a hero be forced to spend the rest of his life under the thumb of a little girl? Only a man of brute force, undeterred by bloodshed, can rule the underworld. Not a woman like you. I'm taking what is rightfully mine.
So that's Hanshul-sa.
Take a good look, Seonhee. Don't your underlings make for a pathetic sight? They actually thought they stood a chance against me. Arrogant greenhorns. There's no soldier worth his salt within the present-day Comey Jewel. I've spent my days wreaking carnage during the Tojo clan's prime. I will bring change to this pitiful organization of yours. What's so funny?
You, Hanshul-sa. You've gone senile. Sounds like you're under the impression that you could beat me, if only by brute force.
Of course I can. But I'll let this slide, as long as you get on your knees and surrender. And swear to all of Ijincho that you're relinquishing your post as Comey Jewel's commander-in-chief.
That's all? Anything else?
Let's see. Ah, yes. Strip off your clothes when you kneel. Imagine. The Queen of Comey Jewel surrendering while nude. Don't you know? The common man loves a good show. You were never one who served to please.
Huh. Good to hear.
Huh?
The proud warrior I once knew is dead to me now. And the lowly, boorish man I see here is nothing but a shell of his former self. Now I have no qualms meting out punishment as your leader.
Foolish girl. You only have a single underling left on your side. Give it up. You can't win.
Don't listen to him. I will win. Even if I have to fight alone. If you want to run, now's your chance.
No, I cannot do that. Whatever you decide, I'll see it through to the end, Seonhee.
That voice.
Don't pay me any mind. Hanshul-sa is approaching, so please brace yourself for battle.
Right.
Look lively, men. It's time for a new era. Down with the Queen!
Think I'll enjoy this. All right, let's finish it. Together. We only need one shot.
It's over! How could I, the Hanshul-sa, have lost?
Poor judgment, I'd say. That's just too bad. For you, I mean. Age has not been kind to you, Since you messed with the Liumang, I'll just hand you over to them so they can decide what to do with you. Unfortunately, that means I can't guarantee your life.
No, please! Wait, Seonhee! I'm sorry. I was in the wrong.
In the underworld, you can't play ignorant and expect to get away with it. You were the one who taught me that. Hey, you! Thanks for the help. You really saved me back there. I didn't know we had someone like you in our organization.
It's an honor to be of service to the Queen.
Why don't you take off your mask?
My apologies, but it is more imperative to tend to the injured as soon as possible. Pardon me, ma'am, but I should go look for help.
Fine. Go on ahead. Have you been drinking here ever since I left earlier? Kiryu-san, a long drinking session is no good for your health, you know?
It's fine. I didn't drink that much.
Then I guess I'll take this seat. So... did the bartender lend you that Comey Jewel mask?
Sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ah, looks like I made you worry quite a bit. But if that's how you want it, I'll play along. Right, bartender? You got involved too, didn't you?
I'm afraid I'm just as in the dark as you are.
Sure, of course you are. God, neither of you open up about your past or your secrets very easily. You two are certainly veterans in that field.
How about a drink, Seonhee? Just relax. Try not to give the bartender such a hard time.
You two might be the only ones alive who'd treat me like a child. Then again, perhaps that's why I'm rather fond of this bar. To good friends and good drinks. Cheers.
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 So what happened to that one traitor in Comey Jewel? What was his name again? Hanjolsa?
You're still keeping up the act? Huh. Well, my lips are sealed. It's a Comey Jewel issue. Outsiders don't need to know. Okay, dealing with Kiryu-san is one thing, but why is the bartender smirking? That's poor customer service, you know.
Look at her, giving us the cold shoulder.
Yeah, she has a point. That won't fly in the service industry, bartender.
All right, you two.
To think I'd get to share a drink with a legend like you.
What do you mean? You've had plenty of drinks before.
This is different. Plus, a lot of things can change over time, especially relationships. For better or worse. So, Kiryu-san, where do you think we stand? Are you glad we met?
Definitely. It goes without saying. You're both a great friend and someone I can trust. Take it from me, you don't meet many people like that. Certainly not often. I consider myself lucky.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. But I'm almost sure it's not luck. Rather, it's just who you are. You're always putting others first, so it's only natural people want to do the same for you. Being a leader myself, it's nothing short of inspiring. In light of all that, I'm glad to have met you, Kiryu-san.
Yeah, likewise.